The 47th president recently came out in defiance of the Fed Chair Jerome Powell at the Federal Reserve. There are many people that believe Donald Trump has the power to dethrone Jerome Powell. But if you have a look at US presidents and you follow the money trail, history tells us a very different story. There are 7 US presidents in the last 200 years who have been shot largely and arguably due to their stance on monetary policy. The first was Abraham Lincoln, 1865. The second was James Garfield, 1881. The third was William McKinley, 1901. They were all Republicans and none of them survived. After William McKinley, there was Theodore Roosevelt, also a Republican. In 1963, arguably due to Executive Order 11110, was the first Democrat president to ever be shot, John F. Kennedy. The next was Ronald Reagan, who was also a Republican. And finally, Donald Trump, a Republican. Of the 7 presidents that were shot at, 4 of them didn't survive, and 6 of them were Republicans. But the 3 US presidents that I believe are the most interesting of all were Woodrow Wilson when he signed the Federal Reserve Act into life in the dark of night on December 23, 1913. The second was Franklin D. Roosevelt, the longest-serving Democrat president in US history, who served 4 terms, during which time he completely reconstructed the monetary system of the United States, giving the Federal Reserve infinitely more power and putting the United States onto a gold standard in 1944. And the third and final president was Harry S. Truman, a Democrat, in 1951, who gave the Federal Reserve yet again even more power under the Treasury Federal Reserve Accord. Woodrow Wilson, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and Harry S. Truman were all Democrats. Richard Nixon was a Republican and took the United States off the Bretton Woods system on August 15, 1971, effectively dismantling the wholesale gold standard. Gerald Ford, who took over from Richard Nixon, repealed the section of the Gold Reserve Act that prevented the common man from trading gold. And finally, we have Donald Trump, a Republican, who appears to be doing great things for the American economy, whilst inevitably pushing the Federal Reserve to lower its interest rates and turn on the printing presses. Welcome to 1932. 9 months after we saw a very similar market setup, Franklin D. Roosevelt shut down the entire commercial banking system 9 months later. 1 month after that, he confiscated gold. And 9 months after that, raised the price of gold and banned the common man from trading the commodity. This is the truth about US presidents and their relationship with the Federal Reserve. And during all of that time, right up to this very day, the Federal Reserve, along with 60 other central banks around the world, has continued to become more powerful than ever. So ask yourself the question, is Donald Trump really working for the people, or is he working for the Federal Reserve and the central bank system? Food for thought. Make good choices.